If you've ever wanted to spend a weekend in Southampton, Ontario, I hope that you watch this video and tag along with me as I spend a couple days here in this charming small town. Southampton is actually located on Lake Huron, which is beautiful, between Port Elgin and Stobble Beach. I'm geographically challenged, so I hope that actually makes sense, but I'll put a map up so you can see exactly where I am. There are lots of places to stay in Southampton, Ontario. There's cottages, motels, Airbnbs, and I wanted to give you a tour of first where I stayed, and then I'll follow up with a few other things about where we dined, what we explored, and all those little charming details. So I decided to extend my May long weekend by coming to Southampton, and I booked a place called Mossy Cove on Airbnb, and it is a lovely cottage that I want to give you a tour of. When you first pull in, the cottage is on a corner here, just in sort of a little residential cottagey area in Southampton, and there's enough parking for several cars. When you first walk in to the left, you will see a nice open dining room with a big window, lots of chairs and bench seating, so that if you are here with a group or a family, it's a really great place to have dinner, lunch, breakfast, just break bread together when you're staying at a place like this. The kitchen has everything you would probably need while you're here. Lots of dishes, glasses, cooking utensils, knives, all that kind of stuff. There is a coffee maker here as well. I love that they left a little box of treats if you wanted a little cookie or a snack. They had a little basket on the counter that you could enjoy. Past the kitchen and the dining area, there's a really nice big open space living room with a humongous comfortable couch, a TV over the fireplace. There's little games and chairs, and there's enough space to really lounge and hang out with either a small or a larger group of people. I thought that couch was so comfortable. There is a laundry facility just in the back of the living room, and there are 2 bathrooms in this cottage. So that's really nice, especially if you're staying with a group of people, because I'm a big fan, whether you're here with 2 people or 4 people, having multiple bathrooms is really nice. And then on the opposite side of the cottage is where the bedrooms are. And this cottage has 3 bedrooms, and one of the bedrooms actually has a bunch of bunk beds. So you can actually sleep, I think, up to about 10 people here. And those bunk beds are lovely for kids, but okay, I'm an adult and I like it too. So I think those are adult bunk bed friendly. Overall, this cottage is so beautifully decorated. It is bright and white, but has so many warm touches to it. It really felt cozy being here. I can't finish the tour of this cottage without showing you the outdoor space that they have here. It is exactly what you would want for a cottage stay. There are chairs around a fireplace, there's beautiful lights that you can put on in the evening, a nice deck where there are cushioned chairs and multiple ones, so that again, if you're here with a group, you can hang out outside. There's a barbecue. It's just exactly what you would want when staying at a cottage, to have that extended outdoor space for those beautiful nights. So this isn't technically a beachfront cottage, but it is beach accessible. So I kind of like that, because you're on this nice little corner and you walk out down the street, and a few steps down the way, you are on the beach and on Lake Huron. It is such a lovely place to spend a couple hours, whether you want to go over there for a nice little walk or just enjoy the fresh air, maybe enjoy some of the little playgrounds that they have. I really love being by water, so being able to walk over and spend some time on the beach was lovely. It was a little cold and chilly, but a couple sweaters and some good socks and shoes and you're good to go. I really like sort of the charming small town quietness of Southampton, and maybe I'm here sort of in the quieter time. It's the middle end of May, during the week, so that summer busyness hasn't really started yet, but I really loved just the peace and the quiet. It was such a great retreat to be here, and it really felt homey in this cottage. So I highly recommend, if you are looking for something really chill, really quiet, close to the beach in a small town, this is a great option. So from this cottage, only about 5 minutes down the road, you can get to High Street, which is where all of kind of those little shops and restaurants, cafes are. And there's quite a few of them for a small town, all in that same area. The one thing I love doing is shopping at little kitchen stores or foodie stores. So I stopped into a few here and I got some great olive oils and a few little foodie snacks. So that was really, really great. Another stop was the bakery here, and the foodie in me has to go to these places. It was so wonderful. Lots of fresh baked goods, sweet, savory, fresh breads. I think they're pretty popular here because they do sell out of stuff quite quickly. Before coming to Southampton, I had put out what is a great restaurant to go to when you come to this area, and so many people said the Walker House is a must. So we went there for lunch and it was wonderful. It's a really big place. I was really surprised. It took up an entire corner of the block, and even inside it kind of looked like they had a bit of a banquet space, but we just had lunch and it kind of had like a casual bar feel. We had a couple drinks. They had mussels on special that day, so I grabbed that for lunch, and then my friend Megan, she got crab cakes and some sweet potato fries. All of it was really delicious, and the service was great too, so we had a really great time there. There are a couple different bars and restaurants in that area as well, but unfortunately, because we're here during the week and it's not kind of the high season of summer, a lot of the places were closed, or you know, they were only open Thursday to Sunday, or they didn't open until just dinner time. So we were a little bit limited, didn't get to go to the brewery or anything like that. But I'm sure during regular season, everything's pretty hopping and open here. I love being outdoors and near water, so I really enjoyed just spending time walking some trails. There was one we visited called the Fairy Lake Nature Area. I think I'm saying that right. It's just a nice little spot with a little tiny body of water. You can trail around and just do a quick 15-minute loop. It was just really pretty and really nice to have, you know, a little nature walk. And of course, you can walk the beach. They also have a path sort of in the back area behind the cottages and homes where you can sort of walk on a paved trail if you don't want to walk on the sand. Just spending time outdoors by the water and breathing in the fresh air is something I really love. Even though it was cold, it was only about 12 degrees while I was here. A quick sweater and the wind wasn't bad. It was wonderful. Only about 10 minutes down the road is the town of Port Elgin, so even if you may not be able to find what you need in Southampton, a quick drive and you do have some bigger stores, some more amenities, restaurants and bars that you can see just 10 minutes away. So speaking of Port Elgin, we were craving some good Italian food, so we decided to drive down to a place called Rosalina's. And let us tell you about our experience there. So first thing we got there, we noticed there wasn't a cocktail list.
That's right. That kind of threw me off a little bit, but what it did is when Mike came over, our incredible server, he let us know that just meant they could make anything.
And then he gave us a couple suggestions, and we picked
a Cosmopolitan.
And we both got Cosmos. I can't remember the last time I had one.
Oh, years.
And it hit the spot. It was delicious. So way to go, Mike.
Yeah, good job.
So then we picked appetizers each, and I went classic Caesar salad. It had these beautiful crunchy cheese things on top that just made it amazing. And then you had?
Yeah, I had a melon and prosciutto salad. So it had really nice cantaloupe and watermelon and crispy prosciutto on some greens with some shaved Parmesan. Oh, it was amazing. I think the best thing too that I found was the size. It was a really beautifully presented, but it was a nice portion size.
And it was so pretty and colorful. So and then for dinner, for our main, I never do this. But we ordered the same thing.
We did.
Short rib pasta, because...
You have to blame Mike though. We asked him what his favorite was and he said the short rib pasta. So
but also anytime I go to a restaurant, if there's short rib of any kind, I will likely order it because I love it. It's delicious and it takes hours to get it so tender.
It's so good.
So we both had it. It was both very satisfying, I think. I was full.
Yeah, well, you were full. I was full. I was full, but I will say again, portion size, it was so incredible, and it was so well balanced, the flavors and the juices in there, and it had goat cheese, which I can eat, so I was so happy, but it was just creamy, and oh, it was really good.
So speaking of cheeses you can eat, well, maybe not cheeses, but this is something that I thought was really cool, because when we go out to dinner, a lot of the times you can't have dessert, or it's sorbet.
Or it's a plate of fruit.
So with a dairy allergy, it's a little bit harder, but at Rosalina's, they had a carrot cake that had what looked like a cream cheese icing, but it wasn't cream cheese.
No, it was made with tapioca. But I mean, and I had to order it, of course, and it was incredible. I mean, I wouldn't really know the difference, and it was nice because some cheese or some carrot cakes that you would get, they're quite large too, like the portion. But this was nice and just so tasty.
I think what I'm hearing you say is you like the portions there.
Well, you know why? Because then I felt like I could have an appetizer, a dinner, and dessert, and it was and an espresso martini to end the night.
Yeah. So that was our stay in Southampton in the latter part of May, just after the long weekend, during the weekday. A little cool, not too busy. I kind of loved that about it, because we like the quiet and the peace and the fresh air. So I think that's kind of what I loved about it. It was just so homey here, and I love that little small town cute thing with these places. So what would you say maybe your favorite thing was?
Oh goodness. Well, to kind of go off of that too, I found it was really a nice opportunity to chat with the locals and ask them some really good questions as well, because they had the time. It wasn't too busy. I mean, this place is incredible. It's so comfortable. I mean, the pillows, I actually ordered the pillows after, and so I have them now too.
I can verify that. We looked at the tag on the pillow, took a picture, and the pillows are awesome here.
Gosh, so comfortable. And the aesthetic is just beautiful, but it's just, it's such a small town vibe. It's like a little Nantucket. It's really cute. And I mean, I just got back from the offshore bakery, so I mean, that was probably one of my favorite stuff.
I did mention bakeries earlier in the videos, because the bakery was so cute.
It was so good, yeah. No, it's just such a cute little town. I really love it.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you comment, like, subscribe, and hang out with me to see where Sylvia goes next.